Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you. Talking a little boxing for all my boxing heads out there, my boxing fans, you know what I mean? Just got done watching on the Alien Executioner, B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins. He just finished his fight with Kovalov, you know what I mean? 12-round bout. The fight went basically how I expected the fight to go. Um, After the fight, right after the fight had ended, I had tweeted out that Kovalov he beat Bernard Hopkins into retirement. You know what I mean? And that's not taking a shot at B Hopkins. He's 49, almost 50, and this fight, he looked his age. I mean, he's 49 years old. He didn't get knocked out. That's more than a lot of 49-year-olds could say. Kovalov is knocking out dudes half that age. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, B Hop is a Hall of Famer. First ballot, no doubt Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame career. I think it was 55-7 now, 7 losses. I think he has 2 draws, 32 knockouts. I mean, so Hall of Fame career, man. He didn't. Max Kellerman came into the ring right after the fight and interviewed him. You know what I mean? He didn't say retirement, but I mean, I believe it's time. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's a young man's game. Kovalov knocked him down in the first round, and he had B-Hop hurt bad in the 12th. I mean, if the 12th round, if there was like another minute left in the 12th round, he would have knocked him out. And B-Hop has never been knocked out in his career, ever. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty good accomplishment. But, man, tip my cap, hats off to a Hall of Fame career in Bernard Hopkins. Now, he hasn't officially said he's going to retire. I think he should. A lot of other fans. I know Roy Jones Jr. was telling Jim Lampley after the fight that he don't see why B-Hop should keep fighting. I mean, yeah, I differ on that. You know what I mean? They was talking about Bernard Hopkins should fight the dude who's everybody's been the unified light heavyweight title on the championship weight class. You know what I mean? Was Superman Adonis Stevenson fighting Sergey Kovalov. You know what I mean? So Adonis kind of backed out of that fight. I'm not going to say he's scared. I mean, I'm not going to say any fighter is scared to fight anybody. You know what I mean? They prize fighters, that's what they do. But he found a way to get out of the fight. Hey, I leave that to you guys to decide if he's scared of him or not. But, you know what I mean? People say that it could be a good matchup. A good fight with Bernard Hopkins and Adonis Stevenson. But I want to see Stevenson fight Kovalov to unify that title, that weight class. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, man, that Hall of Fame career, Hall of Famer. And B-Hop, congratulations to Kovalov for moving on. Light heavyweight, I mean, if Adonis Stevenson don't want to fight him, then maybe he should move up, cruiserweight, maybe fight Andre Ward at catch weight, 173, 172, something like that. That's something everybody would want to see and things like that. So, but we're waiting for Adonis Stevenson. I mean, I believe he's the actual noted champion of 175, so it needs to be unified. Most of the fans, include myself, we want one belt, one division, one winner, clear winner, you know what I mean, and unify the titles, you know what I mean. But so anyway, moving on. Right after the fight, they had the I was gonna say Showtime. That's All Access. That's on Showtime, but they had the 24/7, you know what I mean, behind the scenes with preparing for the Manny Pacquiao fight against Chris Algieri. That's in 2 Saturdays from now, over in Mackay, China, I believe, on the 22nd, right before Thanksgiving. And when the fight was first announced, I was like, man, who's this guy? You know what I mean? No, I mean, I knew who Chris Algieri was, but a lot of the boxing fans have no idea who this guy is. Never heard of him. You know what I mean? I heard of him a little bit throughout the year. I mean, he hasn't beaten anybody of notice like a Marquez or a Bradley or a Braun or anybody like that. So the fight kind of like, whoa, Pacquiao fighting this guy? As far as opponents and, you know what I mean, fighting the best out there, he could have definitely, you know what I mean, went after somebody else. There's no doubt. But one thing I know about Chris Algieri is he can take a punch. He's got a good chin. You know what I mean? Because he fought one of the bigger, harder punchers at 147 at welterweight and Provodnikov. You know what I mean? He had he knocked Algieri down, I think twice in the first round or twice in the earlier rounds. I mean, Algieri eye was swelled up. His right eye was closed. But he came back, fought hard, and won. He outboxed Provodnikov, and he won the fight. And most people know Provodnikov for that crazy fight he had. Crazy fight he had with Timothy Bradley on HBO. I think I was earlier this year or late last year. It was about a year ago, something like that. And Provodnikov had he came back, so we know Algieri can take a punch, and that's, I mean, that's really about all he has on his side. You know what I mean. As far as talent, just pure talent, hand speed, foot speed, lateral movement, punching power, just raw talent. He's not on Manny Pacquiao's level. He's more of a skilled, technical type of boxer. And back to Kovalev. Kovalev showed tonight that he showed the technical side, the skill side of boxing. He said that was his game plan. He knew that he wasn't just, because Kovalev is a knockout artist. He's knocking everybody out. And I think he's got 23 fights, 22 knockouts, something like that. He said he knew that I'm probably not going to be able to knock Bernard Hopkins out. If it comes, cool, but that wasn't my game plan. He said he wanted to come out and showcase his skill, his patience, the technical side of boxing. And that was the first thing Bernard Hopkins said. He told Max Kellerman every time he wanted to be out, wanted to fight his type of fight, Kovalev would step back and make Behout have to reset all over again. You know what I mean? That just kind of could be frustrating. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So I mean, he's more of a skill fighter. But even with that, he would be overmatched as far as a Manny Pacquiao. I mean, if Pac-Man is on his game, I'm not a Manny Pacquiao fan at all. You know what I mean? So let's get that clear. I'm not a Pacquiao fan at all. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and say the dude a scrub. I ain't stupid. I know boxing. You know what I mean? But if Pacquiao's on this game, he could wipe this guy out. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I mean, maybe the Pacquiao from 08, 09 could have knocked him out. But the Pacquiao over the last few fights, I don't think he can knock him out. And not a clean knockout. Maybe like a stoppage, you know what I mean? Or TKO from a cut. Or a stoppage to where, he's just taking a beating. Okay, just stop it. There's no need for it to continue. Something like that. But as far as punch him and get him out, he can't do that. Because Algieri proved that he's got a chin against Provodnikov. And at this stage, at this point in Pacquiao's career, Provodnikov is definitely the bigger puncher. I don't think anybody would debate over that. He took his punches well. I mean, his eye was closed shut and Mount Everest on his face. Oh, it swelled up, man. But he can take a punch. But, man, it's a fight I can definitely see Manny Pacquiao winning all 12 rounds. 10 rounds to 2, 11 to 1, 9 to 3. I mean, that's, if I know Pacquiao's come out and said, he's sharp, training hard in training camp, things like that. I know the fighters in Makai China. I definitely see Pacquiao winning. I mean, 12 rounds. I mean, 8 rounds. I mean, I don't see any. I mean, Pacquiao's last fight was against Bradley, I believe. On the rematch, you know what I mean, revenge, whatever you want to call it. And he looked sharp. He looked okay. He pretty good in that fight. You know what I mean. So, and I'm pretty sure Timothy Bradley's, he's better competition, a better fighter than Chris Algieri. So you know what I mean. He's got Pacquiao has the championship experience. The opponents they face, Hall of Famers like Marquez, Hall of Famers like Cotto, Hall of Famers like De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton. You know what I mean. He's been in with top-notch competitions. The Timothy Bradleys. You know, he's on Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera in the smaller weight classes. So I mean, he's fought everybody. The fight could be easy. I mean, it could be. I just think that he's got a chin. So Pacquiao, the fight is probably gonna go 12. So I mean, Pacquiao's been in 12-round fights before. His last knockout was Ricky Hatton. Well, 08, 09. So I think that was his last. Was it Ricky Hatton his last knockout? Or did he fight De La Hoya Cotto after Hatton? I can't remember, but it's been a few years since he had a knockout. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, so it's a fight that you can tell by the tone of my voice I'm not ultra excited about the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Chris Algieri bringing anything to the table besides just a major underdog upset. Like, whoa! Other than that, You know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, Algieri is a professional fighter, grown man, just like Manny Pacquiao. Anybody can be beat. Marquez put Pacquiao to sleep, dosed him up with that NyQuil, tucked him in, sang lullabies, put him to sleep. You know what I mean? So all it takes is one. You know, and I don't think Algieri has the type of punching power. I mean, when I try to break these fights down and do analysis, I'm like, yeah, this guy got an edge on this. I mean, I guess the edge that Algieri could have is, I mean, I would say maybe he has the better chin. You know what I mean? Because Marquez put Pacquiao to sleep. You know what I mean? And Provodnikov is a big puncher, man. He was landing some big shots on Algieri, and he took him. He took him. I think he probably took him better than Timothy Bradley did. So I mean, not saying Pacquiao's got a horrible or garbage chin, but he was put to sleep. You know what I mean? So he has that going for him. I would say Algieri is the more technically sound, but it's just not good. Manny Pacquiao talent would just overwhelm his technical side. He's just so much better. You know what I mean? So much greater. You know what I mean? So that's how I see the fight happening, man. I'm not too terrible. I love boxing, no doubt. You go back and look at some of my previous videos. I love boxing. I'm just not. Even if Floyd, I'm a huge Floyd Mayweather fan. Even if he was fighting Chris Algieri, I'd still be like, yeah, I'm just not really excited. Yeah, you know what I mean, about this fight. Just not, no, you know what I mean. But so that's how I got it. That's how I see it, man. I think Pacquiao should beat him. I mean, I don't want to disrespect any professional fighter and say easily, but you know what I mean. It could be one of his easier, more smoother performances. You know what I mean, and like a sparring match, kind of. You know what I mean. But Algieri could shock the world. You never know. He could shock the world, man. But that's how I see the fight. I definitely see Pacquiao winning. I don't think it's gonna be no knockouts. It probably only be in. He may knock a jury down. But when Provodnikov did it, maybe it's not necessarily power. Because speed is power. Catching with a left, Pacquiao southpaw, catching with a left hand that he doesn't see coming, and get a flash knockdown, or he could really hurt him. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Algieri has the punching power to keep Pacquiao off of him. I mean, he's going to hit Pacquiao because Pacquiao's defense is kind of suspect. Always has. He's reckless. He gets reckless in the ring, but he just has the speed and the talent and the punching power to overcome it. And so I mean, that's how I see it. I'm not too excited about it. You know what I mean? And the pay-per-view numbers is probably going to be for this fight. I don't want to say 500,000, but that's kind of low. But maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna sell Pacquiao. Pacquiao's Pacquiao. His name sells, draws attention. I give him. I give him 800,000 pay-per-view buys, and I don't even want to give him. But I give him that. I 800,000. I don't think it's gonna reach 1,000,000. I don't think, especially the time zones over in China, and I don't think it's gonna reach 1,000,000. So. But you know what I mean, it is what it is, man. That's what we got. Guys got lined up. You Pacquiao fans, things like that. That's who I got. I got Pacquiao winning. Not too excited about it, but hey, it's boxing. This is what they're giving us. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever this, that, and the third, all that good stuff. And that's it, man. Now this your boy, the real McCoy, man. I'm not excited. I'm out. Peace.